Hi guys. Sorry, थोड़ा लेट हो गया. There was no plan, but I'm a chess player, right? So कैसे मिस कर सकते हो ये finals? Carlsen versus Caruana, biggest tournament, chess tournament going on. Is everything good? Can you guys hear me well? All, all nice and clear. लेट ओपी हाँ लेट हो गया आज. Hi Puki. Beastats raid. Hi Beastats. Welcome. Were you were you streaming this tournament? I hope you can hear me well. I see Arya 8 going on in the chat. Slow mode as per screwdriver's request. Yes. Sure. Screw. Let's do slow mode. Monetization chat. Okay. Slow mode. I was about to stream, then you started. Oh, nice. Today, someone was planning to stream, but then he didn't feel like. I see so many messages, Arya raid going on. So, I don't know if someone just raided us. Did someone raid us? Hey, nice to see the usual guys here. What's up? So, I think so far 2 games have finished, and Carlsen won the first game. Corona drew the second game, but this tournament has a very unique format. That oh, you want to see the analysis bar? Okay, fine. But then it takes away the fun. If you see the analysis bar, it kind of takes away the fun. But okay, you see that like white is better now. Today was a very special day, and we celebrated it, and it was all good. So thank you guys for all the wishes you sent me. Faces possible. I mean, it would be copyright violation. Like if I like take the faces from the official stream, I think it will not be cool for them. I mean, it would be kind of like stealing. So that's why. Hi Arpit, what's up? Face cam of Corona Carlsen. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to show it, but it's like the official broadcast, and I don't think I can like just take it. Anyway, so मैं catch up करवा लेता हूँ क्या हुआ है. So Carlsen won the first game, and Caruana drew the second game. But this tournament's format is very interesting. The thing is, if I think there are 6 games played, so the last 2 games have a lot of value. So last 2 games, if you win, you don't get 1 point, you get 3 points, if I'm correct. Usually you get 2 points. In today you'll get 3 points. So Corona is now down by 1 point, but it doesn't matter if he wins the clutch games. That is the 5th game and 6th game. So let's see. Abhi, this position looks really comfortable for white. You know, they used to say, like, I think Kasparov said it, the knight on f5 is equivalent to, like, worth a pawn, because it's so strong on this square usually. Because it's very useful in the attack. And I assume the next moves are going to be h4, h5 for white, and just go for his king. That is stressful. What is stressful? Um, I'm not gonna play. It's just going to be watching the finals. So d6 played, which feels a bit slow to me. I think he wants to bring the bishop and pin this. If I was white, I would play h4. Yeah, h4 played as we predicted. Knight on f5, knight f5. Puns. I actually forgot making puns. Amreen, feels like you're my genie. Wanted either you or somebody to stream this nail biting tournament. Arey, nice. Actually, I didn't plan it. but I could not resist it either. Eventually, I'm a chess player, so like there is some kind of curiosity. Oh, if Caruana wins this game, it will be huge. And look at the time difference. Caruana is having 9 minutes 20 seconds, and Carlsen has 5 minutes 45. Grantik, bro, invite Tamay. He's depressed and talking about very deep things in his stream regarding mental health. Uh, wow. Okay, I think it's because of the events which happened today, and I don't know if it would be right because he's streaming and probably he has some things to say to his audience, and it would not be right to just ask him to come here. But of course, if he's willing to join, I'll be more than happy. Of course, no doubt about that. I even messaged him a while ago. I was very inspired by one of his streams. King h8 played, so he wants to get out of the pen. Wow, 9 minutes. And okay, how would you play? I think I would have liked to bring my other knight to g5. One of the rules of attack is like if you have more pieces in the game, naturally your chances increase, right? So here bishop b3 is a good move. It also brings the bishop in the game. And another idea is to bring this other knight. I think black is completely on the passive. Wow. And yesterday Caruana was down, like he lost a game and the next game he eventually came back. It happened twice. So even today we'll get to see that he is down a point and then he might be making a comeback. That's very interesting to see, personally. Hi Vidit, I'm 800 rated player, quickly learning from Sagar and Samay stream. I'm thinking of starting a chess channel on YouTube showcasing my journey. Should I go for it? Priyam, I think it's a very individual decision, Priyam. Gary V. I don't know if you have heard about it. And Gary Vee, he's one of the biggest entrepreneurs and social media influencer nowadays. And what he says is like, if you want to have like a social media presence, one of the easiest things is instead of creating content, just document your life. So that's what you're talking about, like documenting your journey. And if you are passionate about it, for sure, I think you should do it. Like, who am I to say no to that? But I will say that it requires some effort, so it will not be like very easy. But yeah, do have a look at Gary Vee's video. It's called what is it called? Document, not create. It's one of the very famous videos of him on YouTube. I think it will help you out. Anyways, so let's come back to the game. Queen c7 played, protecting the pawn on f7. I see that engine is showing the move a4 because it's anticipating that black will play the knight on a5 and threaten this bishop. So it wants to make an extra square. But I don't think it's a move it comes naturally. I think knight f3, as I said, is more normal. And now knight a5 will be played without a doubt. I think black has to go for this and take this bishop. But when I look at it, I see that there's the idea of knight g5, queen h5. Wow, it looks scary. It looks really scary. I think Caruana has clear initiative. What do you guys think? Who will win today? Who will win? Do you think Carlsen will win or Caruana? Let's have a public vote. Wow, 2000 people watching at this time. So surprised. Welcome everyone. I see Caruana, a lot of fans of Caruana in the chat. Magnus Caruana. Okay, it doesn't seem like so one-sided, yeah? Why would you prefer, like, let's say Magnus or Caruana? What do you like about them? Very curious to know. Okay, knight a5 played as we expected. Engine says bishop d5. Oh, why is this showing this move, automatic move? Can I turn it off? Is there a setting to turn this off? There should be. Okay, I really don't like that this engine is suggesting the moves. Does anyone know the settings to do this? Uh, Crap. I don't use leeches that often, so okay, I'll figure it out soon. Adam, happy belated birthday to your mom, buddy. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thanks. And all thank you to everyone who wished on Instagram and everywhere. Very nice of you guys. But if I switch off the engine, it takes away the bar. I don't want him to show the moves, like which is the engine move. I just want him to show the bar. Best move arrow in settings. Okay. Uh, okay. Settings. Boomer moment. Okay, probably after this game. It's on such a interesting position. See, that's what makes a difference. Now the evaluation has dropped completely. If you look back, it's very interesting to see how engine wanted to continue the attack. We just see that we have to push the pieces, but engine saw this position much better. It predicted that knight a5 is a very serious idea for black. He wants to take our active bishop, so he wanted to play a4 here and protect it and then go for the attack. It basically meant that he was in prophylactic zone. But after knight f3, knight a5, somehow the initiative disappeared because you had to exchange. And whenever you are on defense, it helps that you exchange pieces, right? Because you have less things to worry about. Somehow it feels to me that white has lost the thread, kind of. Even in this position, playing c4 seems a bit committal. I would have rather gone for something like, put the queen on e4, play g4, and try to. But c4 looks a bit. Because if you take, the pawns could eventually be dangerous. And you also get the b file. Okay, so takes, and e4 played. Wow, that's a big blunder according to engine. Wow, Carlsen just made a big strategic blunder. Wow. So there was a tactic which kind of solved the problems. To play f5. Oh, nice. This is a very nice tactic. f5. If you take the knight, if you take the pawn, then you take this pawn. And now you cannot take with the queen because this is hanging. Very interesting tactics. But after e4, b3, now that this is protected, this knight is completely out of the game. And white is like engine shows huge advantage. So it seems like Fab is making a comeback. Now this knight is like completely out. On b7 it's blocked by its own pawns. You can, one of the good ways to evaluate is just to compare the position of the pieces. You see that the queen, knight, this pawn, everything is more active, whereas black pieces are kind of stuck. I'll just load this game again. Yeah, we are back. Who is tougher opponent for you, Firouzja or Dubov? Okay, I have not played Dubov so much, and Firouzja I've played sometimes, and he's a good player, but I wouldn't call him like a difficult opponent for me. I think the settings got messed up. 1 second. I haven't played enough games with him to call him like a difficult opponent. I have won with him actually, in fact, in classical. Not flexing. Clock not visible, guys. Yes. Fixed it. Rook e5. Wow, that's desperate. Just giving a rook so that he can get the knight in the game. But this is just desperation. This is for sure lost. Do we have knight g6 here? No. Knight g6, you don't need, like, you have a big material advantage. So your aim should be to not allow counterplay to your opponent. Why is flex going on? What did I say something which is flexing? Did I say something uncalled for? Fabiano has such fighting spirit. Yeah, yeah. He's known for it. Especially psychologically, I feel he's quite strong. Okay, now it's just lost. You take this knight and take this pawn. You can exchange on g6 first. This is just bad. Oh, Firuja flex. Oh, yeah. But it's not flexing if it's true. Yeah, Firuja is really good in blitz. Extremely good. Blitz and rapid. Okay, now Carlsen is just going for like practical play, you know. He has nothing to lose. He already has a bad position. He'll play e4. He'll play e4. Yeah, rook e8, e4 and try to get some counterplay, you know, some compensation at least. But objectively this position is just lost. Two rooks much stronger than rook and right bottom थर्ड लाइन पे क्लॉक करो और ऑफ कर दो लाइंस. I don't know what you mean. Oh. Wait. Right bottom. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. Okay, got it. Thanks, Beast Stats. Thank you. Now the best move is not visible, but you see the bar. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I don't use this website that often. So, Anish Pol, can you add the players' video streams? Yeah, I answered it earlier actually. Like it would be copyright problem if I, you know, take the video from the official stream because they have the right for it. The moves are like, you know, not copyrighted, but the face cam I think is copyrighted. I'm just curious to see now if Fabiano will make a mistake. There are, you know, some practical things, although nothing to worry about, but you still have to win. You know, the game is not over. The game is not yet over. Have you played classical with Fabi and how good he is he as a chess player? Janmajay. I mean, I've not played with him in classical. I played only in rapid with him. So, of course, he's world number 2, yeah. So, no doubt about his strength there. Extremely strong. How can we doubt that? Fabi has 4 minutes, Magnus has 2 minutes. Yeah, but now Magnus, you know, I've noticed he'll start playing fast. It's quite obvious in a way actually, but he'll start playing very fast. Next moves, if you see, he'll not take much time. He'll try to put pressure on the clock because the position wise he's worse. I'm not so happy with the technique so far by Fabi because it's not very obvious. What should you play next? Should you play f4? Okay, he played queen h3 to protect this pawn. How to proceed? You need to have a breakthrough. If you play rook g8, I think white will even give the rook to take this pawn, at least to have some clarity. So he will not move the rook. And Engine says a very interesting idea to just play h6, king h7 because it doesn't know what to do. Just basically waste time that way. Yeah, it's a difficult moment for Magnus. He plays a5. Yeah, it's again a move which doesn't have, you know, much point. Oh, but now it's winning for white. Just play f4, e4 and move the rook. And GG. And then it's GG. કેમ છો વિદિતભાઈ? તમારો નેક્સ્ટ રન માટે બેસ્ટ ઓફ લક એન્ડ વિલ કીપ સપોર્ટિંગ યુ. લવ ફ્રોમ હું મજામાં છું. એન્ડ થેન્ક્સ દીપક. I've been to Berlin once for World Rapid. Nice city. I don't know why this. Okay. Because of the Berlin Wall, it's called the Berlin Defense, and it's called boring. But the city is not so bad. I enjoyed my stay there. Yeah, f4 is very strong, but he played king h1. f4 was very strong, bringing the rook. So now Magnus anticipates it and he goes back. Oh, sorry. What did I just do? He plays a3. Again, it's a sign that he doesn't know clearly which is the way to go, although it doesn't spoil anything. About GPay, I mean, the thing is, I can put GPay, but it doesn't really come up in the notification in the stream. In game 2 today, Fabio was winning endgame. Dr. Sminil Mahajan. Oh, okay. I could not watch. I was busy. So I could not watch the game in much detail. I'll have a look if there's a time. If there's time, for sure I'll have a look. Okay, b4. So what is happening? There's a mate threat. So you should play which rook to bring back. I guess this rook makes sense, because if you play this rook, sometimes you're kind of worried, but okay. I am worried, not Fabi. If you take, you want to play c5. Can you play c5 here? Thank you for doing this, Jaya Bharati. My pleasure. I'm a chess player and I enjoy watching the finals of a great tournament. Okay, now it's clear. Now there is a clarity. You will bring the rook and the rooks are very active. So okay, rook to e4, block this queen immediately. Go for it. Rook e4. I think he's calculating if you can take, but it doesn't work. Rook e4. White has to play rook e4 here. Rook e4, then takes this bishop and then swing your rook to attack his king. To me, it feels like the way to go. But why is he thinking so long? 2 minutes. What is he thinking about? I'm very confused. Yeah, this had to be played. Bishop c5. Oh, now you can take on e5. Okay. Because queen b1 check, you have rook e1. Okay, now there is threat of queen b1. Don't blunder that. How would you play? Maybe just move the king. Maybe just move the king up. Makes sense. Okay, rook e6. If you give check, again you have rook e1. Okay, you have rook e1. Okay, this is lost now. Okay, this is very clear. Yeah, just go rook e1. And now rook e8 check, next move. Give a check, exchange this rook. And then you don't have any counterplay with black. Please wish Zabin happy birthday. Happy birthday, Zabin. Hope you have a good day. Okay, give a check. Go for it. Take this rook. Remove all his counterplay. And now I would just take this pawn probably. I would just take this pawn or give check and take the pawn. I don't like this move at all. I would have given like a check and attacked his pawns. Okay, bit of panic. Although it's still winning, but suddenly you have to be a little bit careful. I thought the game would be finished long time ago, but it's still dragging on. Carlsen is like having some practical chances, but not really. Yeah, now the most important thing is the queen covers the h4 square. So even if you attack the rook, you can't give a check. So as long as your king is safe, you're fine. I think he might just resign in this position. Queen d2. Okay, give a check. King g7. Rook b1 played. Okay, so if you bring the queen, you have like ideas of exchanging the queen. Okay, just push the pawn. Go for the queen. Probably time to resign. Okay, I don't see the point in this game anymore. Okay, d8 queen. Oh, this was this trick. So d8 queens, queen c1 check, but you have this queen coming back to d1. Yeah, now he'll resign for sure. I think Carlsen will resign now. Yeah, he resigned. So Fabiano, wow, come back. Did he take a lead by the way now? I'm very curious. Was this game worth 2 points? No, it's equal. It's equal now. It's 5.5, 5.5. Okay, I missed some chat because of the game. I'll just come back to it. Hi Vidit, wanted to ask 2 questions. Does one necessarily need to start early in childhood to become a great player? Does one need a coach? Sort of. Yeah, I mean, if you start early, for one of the things is you don't have so many responsibilities, right? When you're young, so you can have single-minded focus. Like in childhood, we are more carefree, right? And our brain is still developing, so we grasp the information more easily. I think because of those 2 reasons, it's much better if you start early, and a coach helps a lot. Like it's like running around aimlessly, and the coach comes and gives you a direction. Like they say, if you're going, if you don't know where you're going, any path will lead to it, right? But if you know where you're going, there's only one way which goes there, or so you having a clear aim, that's what coach gives you, like a clear path. So definitely I would say have a coach helps. Having a coach helps. Last week I used to watch PUBG streams and don't know why now I'm more interested in your streams. Arey Sarthak. Thanks bro. Chess is fun if you know it. And today, for example, I tried to play PUBG. I downloaded PUBG for like second time in my entire life, and I could not play it. I just didn't know how to play PUBG. I tried, but I could not play it. Oh, it was. Is it just me that who can't play PUBG, or it's a complicated game? Hey Vidit, love your streams. Followed you since Twitch. Hey, thank you Rishikesh. And if you have subscribed to my Twitch, I would suggest that you unsubscribe by going in your settings, because I'll not be streaming on Twitch. I'm completely moved to YouTube. So please unsubscribe who has subscribed to me. It's easy. Like I downloaded the game and I was running around aimlessly. I did not even know like how to, you know, I could not have even a single kill. Samaya on IG Live said that you're his crush and he's gay. What is your reaction? Probably Samaya was drunk. I mean, or I don't know if he's really said this. Okay, he's Samaya, he's comedian, yeah? He can always make such jokes. So don't take it too seriously. Sai Suman, thank you. Thank you, Jay Bharati. Yeah, I think it's I caught up with the chat. 1 second. By the way, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's one very nice stream on Tanmay's channel. It's on his second channel, honestly, and it's called Neuroscience of Humor. I just watched it and it's amazing. Very good stream. If you're even a little bit interested on like how the mind works, I would definitely recommend watching that. I'll actually in fact paste the link of it, and you guys won't regret watching it, trust me. Honestly, Uh, yeah, why we laugh. I think that's what it's called. Neuroscience of humor. So it's not a raid, guys. It's a stream which finished yesterday. I'm just pasting the link so that you can watch it later on. It's very, very interesting. Okay, so the games haven't started yet. Probably they are taking a break. Please give a shout out to Vanshika. Big fan of this. Shout out Vanshika. Thank you for, thank you everyone who is following the stream and liking what I'm doing. Thank you. Tanmay talked about mental health today and it was really good. Oh, I'll watch it. Tanmay generally has very interesting insights, and I do follow him. Yeah, why we laugh, the neuroscience of humor. Yeah, that's one. I just switched on my fan and it's extremely fast. I'll have to change it. Call Samay, please. I think he's sleeping. I messaged in the group. Can you please explain clutch chess again? So basically, now it's the fourth game. The game 5 and game 6 are called clutch games because those have very high value. So if you win game 5 or game 6, you win 3 points instead of 1. Oh, so it's a Petrov defense. I have played this line myself. So knight d4 will be played now. Very, very complicated. Knight e2. Knight c8 will be played, I think. Knight d5. And now knight d4 is the move. Attacking the c2 pawn, if I'm not mistaken. Understanding gaming series needed now. I'm not sure about that. But I did play some video games and Counter-Strike was one of my favorite games. I was kind of even addicted to it actually. It was hard for me to get rid of that addiction. So I think Carlsen is playing this line. Basically, he's repeating all the lines which he played against Caruana in his World Championship, which is very interesting to me. He's playing the same lines again. And this is one of the lines where black has to remember some variations. And with less time, it's not always easy to do it. So I think knight d4 is the move. I think so. I don't know for sure. But they put the knight on d4 so that you can attack c2. And it will be a symmetrical game. Oh, c6. You give a check. Wait. What? What? Wait, what? c6? Isn't this just losing? You give a check and take the rook. I'm trying to make sense of it. Probably it's just a mistake. Wow. You play such a good game in the previous round and then to miss this is kind of a pity. Oh. c6. I would be very interested in seeing Caruana's reaction right now or Magnus's face. I would be very interested to see that. What is this? Even Carlsen is confused. He's not playing immediately. Even he is confused. Crazy. What? He doesn't take it. He didn't go for it. Okay, even this is better for white for sure because of the double pawns. I mean, positionally it's very, very, very good. Because this pawns just like double pawns are very bad in this circumstances especially. But wait, I have to analyze this. I mean, So instead of taking on e2, he could have given check. Okay, king here, knight a8. I mean, the knight is kind of like, you have to take on c1, take this bishop, but the knight is trapped. So you play knight c3, take, you take, and the knight is trapped. It can't move out. I mean, this knight is also trapped, but you're a rook up. No? I'm very surprised with what's going on actually. I'm very surprised. Okay, let's get back to the game. I'm very surprised. It was not a bluff actually, but I think it's just a fact where you forgot your preparation. But now you allow black to be in the game. It's bad position, but it's not lost, and that's a big difference. In the line which we saw, it was just lost, completely lost. There was no chance. I think it's just a matter of like a mutual oversight or something. I'm very surprised. Wait karo. That's a good one. Wait karo. Good callback. Why Indian players are not playing clutch chess? So basically, clutch chess is organized by US, and the main sponsor is Rex Sinkfield, if I'm not wrong, and he's from US. So most of the players are from US and world's top few. It's very interesting, like, in India we have so many players, but there are absolutely zero tournaments happening in India. Like, all the tournaments I've played are foreign, which is kind of a pity if you think about it. We have so many good players, but not a single event happening in India. Whereas I played like tournaments in Europe mainly. US now is taking initiative in online chess. That's why we need summer invitational. That's right. Summer invitational हो जाए. Wow. Now white is not even better because bishop f6, you protect this pawn. How do you even attack it? You can go b3, bishop b2, but probably, okay, I think you will play b3 to attack this pawn, but I'm very surprised. The overall play, yeah, now there's a very strong move g5, attacking the bishop because the bishop is stuck. I think Caruana will find it. It's not a tough move. g5 will be played. Love your streams with it. I've just started playing. Can you suggest me a book or course for beginners? Vaibhav. Hey Vaibhav. I think I've made a video already about books, and I think there are many websites from which you can learn. Also, there's a lot of content on YouTube. But if you had to have a book, I think you can. I think this How to Reassess Your Chess is one of the books. I heard it's good, and there are many books on quality chess which you can read. That website. Basically, the books by Artur Yusupov, Grandmaster Yusupov. I think those are good, but I would say that there's so much material to learn online. You don't really have to go for it right now. Or a course, I mean, there are many websites, there is Chess24, Chessbase India, chess.com. They have a lot of content. So you don't really need to go for, and that's also interactive, yeah? You're watching and you're making moves. Pacify with Tanmay. It will happen on Thursday, guys. Thursday is the day. It's very funny, like, to defend this pawn, you have to attack someone, something of him. Oh, this is a bad move. Bishop f5. This is a very bad move. If you play bishop b2, he wants to probably take on d3. That's a nice tactic. So if you play bishop b2, You take on d3, you take knight d3, and now it's a fork. So this is his point. But after bishop f5, I think white should play g4. Put the bishop here, play g5, bishop e5, and again bring back the bishop and attack. The bishop is trapped. Okay, let's see what he played. Okay, he played king d1, so that now he wants to prepare this. So if bishop b2, he cannot take here. That's the plan. King d1 looks a bit strange, no? I would now play something like rook b8. So if bishop b2, he wants to put knight on e6. Yeah, that's the plan. Although it's not good. White should have gone for expanding on the king side. But okay, it's easy to sit here and comment it, of course. What a crazy game. Like, so many ups and downs happening. Today, I don't know, but I'm streaming like very serious chess stuff. I hope it's okay. And you guys don't mind, like, it's not the usual bug house chess. Is it okay? Please let me know, guys, in the chat, if you don't mind having a serious, like, more serious chess stream. Love your streams with it. I've just started playing. Okay, I said that. Can chess be considered as an addiction if it hinders other priorities in life? Also, how did you stop your addiction to CS? Oh, it's fine. Great. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Because, I have to stream some chess content as well. Thank you. So sweet. I mean, anything you overdo can be considered as an addiction. And I don't know, if it gets in the other things, like, then it could be not the right way. But chess is kind of also makes you, it's better than watching Netflix. I feel like it's some kind of creative activity. It's like playing any other sport or doing something creative. That's what I feel, because Netflix is like you're just sitting passively and watching something, but here you are also learning something as well, right? And that's my thing. So that's my take on addiction. And the only way I could stop CS:GO, Counter Strike addiction, was to uninstall the game and never install it for like few years, and then I didn't have that craving. Spike wala in joke, like Spike was my ID in Counter Strike. SP1K3, that was my Counter Strike ID. So now the question is, you can win a pawn. Let's say you take the knight, but you solve his problems with the double pawn. Let's say you take bishop d4, and you'll play e5. Now white is pawn up, but black has two bishops. The double pawn is gone, and you have kind of compensation in return. Like, all your pieces are suddenly very active. By the way, whenever I play a move, it gets messed up. So I'll fix this. 1 second. I'll make it more professional. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute, please, guys. I want to have it like, a little bit better, so you don't miss out on the... Okay, 1 second. So I'll have this board on the side, which is for analysis, and the other board for like the live. Is it okay? So that you guys don't miss out on the main anal uh, main game. Yeah, I think it should be. I think it's cool now. So I'll analyze in the other analysis board. So the main game is still going on. I think analysis board can be smaller, but the main board is bigger. Is my voice okay? I just saw some comment which says background noise is there. Let me know if the sound is a problem. Anyways, so coming back to the game. Uh, so this pawn is attacked, but black is some pressure on c2. I would, okay, if you play rook c4, I would consider this move at least to stop. I would consider rook c4. Okay, sound is good. If you take on b7, what's happening? So if you take on b7, you just attack the bishop. So if the bishop takes pawn, then rook c2, and rook on 7th rank is quite annoying. Although you have two pawns, and if you put bishop on c1, it goes on. Okay, I think this is a crucial moment. But you know, now that I think of it, I feel it's kind of weird because Carlsen could have won immediately in the opening. You know, he could have won immediately in the opening, and now the game has dragged on so much, and he's not even sure that he's much better. Bishop d4 played. Wait, what? So I guess the point is you take with the knight. Knight takes everything. Rook c2. No, you cannot take on c2, right? Rook c2. Okay. Bishop b7. There is check, of course. So you can't do that. Well, is it just fine? Completely fine for black now? Wow. A game which Caruana should have lost. He's going to be holding. So this is the analysis board, guys, those who have just joined. So don't don't think this is the live game. Caruana is thinking, because this could be a game changer. Carlsen was winning this very easily, and now it would be a draw. So it all comes down to the last two games where every move has a very high price, as it's 3x points. Yeah, as we predicted, exactly the same thing. Now it's just, wow, it's just fine for white, fine for black, sorry. You play rook e2, attack the rook, and you know it'll be a perpetual check. That's my prediction. I think this is what happened. Or not. Oh. Why does, whenever I analyze it, messes up? It stops taking the live moves. So rook e2, rook c1, and this is my prediction that this is how it should be. No, rook c4 played. Okay, it's also good enough, but there's now move rook c3. Whew, this is not really easy to analyze because with every move there is some kind of a twist. Hey Vidit, I love your stream. Please start some series on positional chess if you have time. Also, would love to have your valuable feedback on the project of mine, which was featured on ChessBase India called Rolling Pawn. $30 digital chessboard. Hey Jaydeep, thank you for your message, man. Um, I don't recall it reading this article immediately, but I will. If you can just, I think I'll just have a look at it actually immediately. Is it called Rolling Pawn? Okay. Oh yes, 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 yes. I've seen this. Oh yes, yes. I've seen this. That's very interesting. I saw that because you're trying to make a DGT chessboard, which is very very cheap, right, in India. That would be amazing if you could do it. It would be very cool. I mean, I just read that article. I didn't remember the name, but yeah, now I recall it. I'll just finish this game and I'll I'll read more about it. Just 1 second, because the game is now very interesting. King d1. I wouldn't be comfortable giving this pawn for nothing. So rook f2, bishop a6, rook g2, and it's kind of a race between these pawns and these pawns. Sorry, not like that. Not like that too. The game just keeps getting complicated. Yeah, b4. b4 will happen for sure, 100%. Then rook b5. Yeah, this is a good move. Rook c5 is a good move. Rook b4, take this pawn. Rook a3 will be played because rook is always better placed behind the passed pawn. And now it's the question is if black can contain this pawn in time. That's the entire thing. So bishop e4 makes sense to, have this covered. Or other idea is to put the king here to block the pawn. I'm not sure which is good. Not sure at all. And would you start some series on positional chess? So he plays bishop e4. Interesting. Yeah, it's the most logical move actually to put the bishop here. Yeah, I think he'll just put the bishop on a8 or c6, either of these squares. Is something wrong, guys, with the analysis board? White is still better because of the passed pawn. But the question is how much? If you can block it with the king, that would be great. But practically, with the time difference, like 2.5 minutes, almost 3 minutes against 45 seconds, I think Magnus will clinch it. Just calling it. I don't want to jinx it, but I call it that Magnus will win this game. With the evaluation is not so high, but I feel Magnus will win it. Just calling it. That's my gut feeling. Very difficult endgame actually with this low when you're so low on time. Yeah, now one of the ideas is to swing the rook. Okay, he stops this to. Mm-hmm. I'm confused. What's going on? Oh, this is a blunder. Oh no. Oh no, now you just bring the rook, exchange the rooks, and then you have a passed pawn. It's finish. I told you guys, I told you Magnus is going to win. When the engine was giving very low eval, I called it. Because this endgame, it had a kind of nasty feeling. It had a nasty feeling. Now you just take it, and the bishop is so passive on e8. Oh man, what a turnaround. You can either take the pawn or bring the king here. Either of this. Wow. Yeah, I think this should be... Okay, you cannot take this pawn. Okay, he did, is it? But now this is just lost. Your king will eventually enter and take this. GG. This is GG. Resigns. Finish. First you go bishop e6, take this pawn, and then you bring your king and chop off. The king is so far away from the action. It will take eternity to come here. Yeah, just sorry. I'm going crazy with the arrows. King e5, king f6, king g5. Finish. I fail to understand why so many call Magnus the GOAT. This is the reason. Kushal, this is the reason. Because I think he won like 13 or 11 tournaments last year, which is huge amount. He won almost every tournament he played in. Okay, there's only one trick for black. If black can take this bishop for this pawn, like he can sacrifice this bishop for the pawn, it will be a draw. But that's not gonna happen. Yeah, this is just finish. He resigns. Wow, what a game. What a game. What a crazy game. So, those who just joined, it was in this position, Caruana blundered with c6. And Magnus didn't go for the rook, which I don't know why. He allowed the double pawns. And then the position got a little bit out of hands. It was equal. And at this point, there was a very strong move rook c3 attacking the pawn, which he did not play. Actually, black would have even been better. But this endgame skills were very good. Also the pressure on clock, he was always ahead in time. What a game. What a game. It was a very topsy-turvy game. Can you please wish happy birthday Naina Jalan? Okay, happy birthday Naina. Also big fan of yours. I learned so much. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And once again, Naina, happy birthday. Hope you have a great one. Why Indian corporates are not sponsoring online chess? I think corporates are interested in sponsoring chess, but there is no like an infrastructure, where the events are happening. The infrastructure is much better in US and in Europe. I would be very happy if the Indian, like there are so many Indian chess players, but not a single Indian tournament happening in the lockdown, which shows some inefficiency somewhere. Why White every time has an advantage early on? Because he starts the game, so he basically dictates the pace of it. It's like in tennis you serve, so whoever serves has an advantage. Hi Vidit, how much time one has to invest every day to become a grandmaster? I am just asking because I have another job as well. Nishal, it's not really easy. I mean, if you start early in childhood, it's much easier. But I know some people who have achieved IM title or GM title later on in their life. But it's a tough road because you have to travel to so many tournaments. You have to take coaching. And if you have a regular job, I think it will be very tough for that. But it could be a very interesting hobby. And when you play tournaments occasionally, I think that would be a safer option. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to misguide or something. That's my honest opinion. Vidit, great stuff. Every time I watch your Saga streams, it always feels very productive. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Pratik. Feels very nice to see that. What was your rank in CSGO? I played CS 1.6, old school. I haven't played CSGO. Thank you, Apurva. CS, I didn't play CSGO, and my favorite team, I think back then when I used to play in Counter Strike 1.6, it was uh, there were a couple of teams, SK Gaming, Navi, Fnatic. I think these three teams. I used to like Navi and SK Gaming. Yeah, SK Gaming was my favorite back in the day. I don't know if you guys know about it. Why is Caruana relatively bad at Rapid and Blitz? He has improved. I don't know why he's bad. Like maybe it's probably his style. He's one of the players. Mm, Also, you have to be kind of motivated to play Rapid and Blitz. For example, there was a time where I found it very enjoyable, and that motivates me, so I practice more. It could be that, or also his style is like he's very concrete and he calculates a lot. Probably it takes time for him to adjust to this faster time controls. Could be that. Um, it's very hard to pick. I think those two reasons come to my mind. Oh yeah, get right. Navi Markelov, of course I know. Best opper. Yes, yes, for sure. I know all this. Edward used to be in the Navi team. Also, it used to be Edward had so many sick aces. Um, there used to be Zeus, who was the team captain in Navi, and there was one more guy, the fifth player. I don't remember his name. Also, there was a team from Poland which used to do very well. There was this Pasha, Neo. Neo used to get so many MVPs. Pasha used to be the opper in their team. And in SK Gaming, of course, Forest, Get Right, all these people. I don't know why I spoke so much about that, but yeah, it's a lot of memories about CS. Oh yeah, say nine, say nine. Yeah, Pasha biceps that used to be going on. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Starix. Starix was good, but I think Say9 was, the most like the weakest player in their team. But somehow I always felt like connected more with the European teams. So Fnatic was one of them, but not so much. Also, I used to love this team from Denmark. I don't know if you have heard about it. MTW. Oh, those guys were like the best teamwork ever. MTW, best teamwork ever. There was Sunday. Uh, I think that was Sunday was very good in their team, and they had the best overall team strategies. MTW loved it. Big fan with it, sir. Please give a shout out. Hi Shivain, big shout out to you. Also, where can I watch your 100 plus move game against Carlsen? I think you can easily see it in if you just Google Vidit versus Carlsen Tata Steel. You will get it. So it's a Sicilian Rosolimo again, and this Bishop D6 is a very odd move. So it's very interesting to see that Carlsen is repeating his openings, and this game has very high value, by the way, very high value. The one who wins this, if Caruana wins this, it will not be a tie. He'll be leading the match. So do or die game actually kind of for Fabi because it's white. Yeah, I used to go to surfers. I used to play in surfers at times. Good days, good days. Bishop e7 played. Okay, I think you can see the bar now. Yeah. So far, quite level. Quite level. You know it in the stream of Tanmay, there's neuroscience of humor. There was very interesting point made, which was that initially you might find something like uninteresting, but let's say you start something new and you want to learn, then your mind kind of uh, secretes more dopamine and you get very curious. So initially you might not know it, and then you might find it boring, anything you do. But once you get into it, the more interested you are in a subject, the more addicted you become, kind of. Be it any subject or something, like you go more deep, the more. And there always has to be certain kind of curiosity. That's what makes your mind excited. A chess GM and a CSGO fan. You truly are a legend. Also, you're my first super chat. Hey Adrish, thanks man. I again CS 1.6, old school. If you know, there was one match SK versus Navi on train map. A player SK Delpan. Yeah, he was this opper, and always he used to get accused of wall hack for some reason. I don't know why. Player SK Delpan clutched against two players of Navi with op with 1 HP. Yeah, I've seen that match, of course. But let's get back to chess. So white is slightly better. I don't know why he played queen e8. I would have thought like bishop d7 was more normal. Hey Arjun, thank you man. Congrats on all your success in chess as well as streaming with it. Thank you, bro. Wish you good luck in all avenues you pursue. Thank you so much. If there's an online tournament, wow, like there used to be a chess league in India. It was called Maharashtra Chess League, and it was very interesting. The format was very cool because anything could happen, and it used to go to the last seconds, and nobody knew who will win. It was basically a team event, 6 players on each team, and it was a very interesting format. It was rapid, so it was not too fast to follow like blitz and not too slow as classical. I think that was a very good format, and many people used to like it. So it's kind of a tried and tested format. And thanks again. Yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying the streams. I want to have actually CS 1.6 stream, like a game with some Samay or someone, but I don't know how to arrange it. And coming back to Jaideep, yeah, I've seen your work. It's very cool. How far is it actually now? I'm very interested to know because if like I don't know if you guys know, there is a DGT chessboard, which is digital chessboard in Holland. The company is from Netherlands, I think, and the boards are pretty expensive. So basically, when you play a move, the move automatically shows in your computer. That's the technology, and it's very expensive. And now some of the Indian developers are trying to make this board for like $30, which is extremely cheap comparatively. So that's what I'm talking about to give you a context. So Jaideep, I would be very interested to know how far you have come. Thanks प्रशांत. भाई ये त्र्यंबकेश्वर में डाल दे. I didn't get it. Do you mean donate it in the temple? Anyways, let's get back to the game. I've been talking nonsense for some time. The threat is knight b4. So I would actually play a3. Rook c1 played, but doesn't knight b4 attack the bishop? So the point is, if you play knight b4 and you take this, what is happening? So isn't it's a pawn? Takes bishop c5. Uh, takes rook c5. So white has won a pawn. But okay. The other knight will come to f4. And for one pawn, you'll get some initiative. Like your pieces become more active. So it's kind of a trade-off. Very, very nicely spotted by Magnus. Like correctly evaluated, at least. Nice, nice job. I was very confused at first. Like, what if you just take the pawn? But take and knight f4 as we saw. Yeah, just knight f4 in this position. Bring this knight here, attack this rook. It'll be a very interesting trade. I'm so tired at this point that if I hit the bed, I'll fall asleep in 1 second. I'll fall asleep in 1 second, but I can't because it's like the last two games left. Okay, he didn't go for it. He went for the other way, which also makes sense. So he basically is saying that this pawn is weak. Like the rook will come to d8, knight to f4. I think rook d8 will be played now. Attack the pawn. And it's a very equal game. So Caruana needs to win this desperately. Yeah, it seems unlikely. It seems unlikely now that Caruana will win. To me, the position looks pretty equal. Swapnil, loving this. Thank you, man. Thank you. Mr. Gujrati, how much Gujrati do you know? Basically, you want me to speak in Gujrati, right? મારી ગુજરાતી એટલી સારી નથી બટ થોડી 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 આવડે છે મને બટ એટલી નથી લાઈક હું વાત કરી શકું છું બટ not for long. Like let's say I meet Sagar, I can have a conversation with him like શું ચાલે છે બધું ઠીક છે કે નહીં, and I can speak for like 10-15 minutes, but I can't like go rambling on. I cannot do commentary, for example, in Gujarati. So that's my problem. I'm not a true Guju. Magnus versus Fisher, who would win? It's a question like Muhammad Ali versus a current wrestler, who will win? Doesn't make sense because they were in different like eras. Like in Fisher's time, he didn't have a computer, he didn't have a database. For example, he was standing against the entire Russian force alone and he won that. So that's a big achievement. And if you can you can't really compare it to Magnus. It won't be like a fair comparison. જેટલી છે સારી છે, ચાલશે ને, ચાલશે, મને પણ ચાલશે. અને એટલી ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ પણ નથી કે બધું ફ્લુએન્ટ જ જોઈએ. લાઈક ચેસ પણ રમવાનું, સ્ટ્રીમિંગ પણ કરવાનું, ગુજરાતી પણ વાત કરવાનું, ચાલશે. થોડા बहुत મિસ્ટેક્સ ચલતે. Sorry, boxer guys, boxer. That means I'm sleepy. 2 p.m. boxer. Oh man, don't make a meme on this. Don't make a meme on this. Don't make a meme on this. I'm sleepy. I meant boxer for sure. Big fan of Ali, Muhammad Ali. Any moves played or no? Wait, what? He's thinking for so long? Did I say 2 p.m.? अरे बाप रे, क्या हो रहा है यार. गया, मेरी वाट लग गई आज तो. If you guys really like me, don't oh no. Yesterday I slept at around 3 o'clock because I was like arranging the video which I uploaded today, and since morning I've been running around, so didn't really get any sleep. So I'm very like hungover that way. So I might be making so many mistakes while I'm speaking, like many debuts, if you know what I mean. Why is not Magnus playing? Is something wrong with my internet? Or the moves are not getting updated? He has 3 minutes. Rook d8. Play, move the rook, attack the pawn. What is wrong? Queen d7? I would have never thought of this move. Wow. What? Now knight f5 should be played. Take this bishop off. So white has to hold on to this pawn for his dear life. That's his only trump. Knight a5 should be played, I guess. There's also theory like Kramnik's used to say, if you think for too long on one move, it's more likely that you'll make a mistake. Like if you think for too long. I think greedy Vidi must be asleep. Hi Vidit, chess is a nice hobby. I've picked thanks to you in some way. Nice to know that. Are you into spirituality? Does meditation help chess players? Yes, yes. Right now I'm meditating like every day, and my current streak is I think I'll just check how many days it is. I think it's 41 days. So 42 days. I've been meditating every day without fail for 42 days. Doesn't need to be like a long time, but small sessions of meditation. It definitely helps. And yes, yes, I am into spirituality. Like I've read many books. I'm very intrigued by that. I think internet was not the problem. Magnus just freezed. Okay, so white is a pawn up. I just thought that this will be a draw and Fab is out, but suddenly is better. He has this pawn. I guess I'm not the only one who is tired. And meditation helps a lot. Like I would advise everyone to do it. Although it's very tough. It's not easy at all. The right way to do meditation, because our mind is so used to, social media and, constantly, getting this high feeling. Just to do nothing is not easy. Knight d4 played. Okay, how to attack this pawn? Not easy. If you bring the knight to f4, I guess there is queen f3. What froze? What froze? I did not say froze. I said freeze. Did I say freeze? Should I end the stream? Oh man. Wow, look at this bar. Magnus misplayed. Magnus misplayed heavily. So knight f5, queen f6. How to continue? I don't remember what I said. I was too distracted. Guys, you made also fun of often, and then I realized that that's how actually they speak. Many. Do you use any app for meditation? Yes, Sampan. I use an app called Black Lotus. It's not only an app for meditation, but there are many stories there, like of the users, And for example, there is a section called RAK, which is basically random act of kindness. So many people, like let's say you feed a stray dog or something like this, where you do random act of kindness and people share their stories. So it gives you a very nice positive energy, and you feel very good. You can even share yours. So I love that app. It's called Black Lotus. You can download it. I would recommend it to anyone. Oh, now if queen f6, there is knight h6 check. So queen f6, knight h6 check. You can't take the knight, queen f6. So that's not gonna happen. Queen d7 played. Now, oh wow, what a tactic. There's a crazy move. Knight b8, attacking the queen. You can't take the knight because you would lose the rook. And if you move the queen, there's queen c3, attacking the g7. But okay, it was very difficult. I mean, I didn't see it. I just saw that engine showed it. Wow, that was very... g3 makes sense that you cover this f4 square. White is clearly better. If Caruana wins this, he's in the lead, guys. He'll be the favorite to win. Wow. Kishore, if you spend too long, you'll make a mistake. If someone followed this first instinct, even that'd be a bad move. That's a good one. Man, Caruana, this would be like, second tournament in a row which Carlsen did not win if Caruana wins this, which is very, very, very unique. Especially in rapid chess, where he's like the specialist or an he's specialist in everywhere, but in rapid, he seems to have an edge over the others. Although White's position is excellent, I don't know how to improve. Yeah, h4 makes sense to attack this knight. Yeah, probably black has to exchange this rook. The more pieces you exchange... Okay, there's no general rule, but you kind of have to... This rook is very powerful, holding everything together. King... Okay, king g8, the idea is probably... get rid of some annoying checks. Let's say after h5, knight f8, there would be check on e7. So he just wants to prevent that. Did I say Karun? I'm saying Caruana. Caruana. Fabi. I call him Fabi, so I'm not used to calling him by surname. Fabi. This is not my day. Knight e3 is logical. Oh my, by the way, Carlsen has only 38 seconds. I did not say Corona. I said Caruana. Why would I say Corona? Caruana. Please watch this stream again. Guys, who do you think is going to win? Do you think Fabi or Caruana will manage to convert this? I think he will. It's a big advantage. Just bring the rook, support the pawn, and slowly convert. You have a big time advantage and a positional advantage. Arey, it's fine, guys. If you troll me, I don't mind. It'll take a lot to offend me. So you can troll me. Or make memes or something. It's fine. I'm completely cool with it. I see many of you think that Fabi will be coming back. But Fabi has to do something quickly. I would actually have played a3 some time ago so that your knight is free to move, you know? Like, let's say you play a3 and then you can, let's say knight h7, you can move the knight and, you know, bring the rook in the game. I would have done this earlier. Knight f5. Is there any threat? कोई threat तो दिख नहीं रही है. I don't see any threat. Oh, again, look at the engine bar shooting up. He has to find this move, knight b8. Very tough move. Attacking the queen, queen moves. Probably queen c3. Going for this mate. Or even like he can take on a6 and come here. Okay, he played king g2. Somehow he seems very unsure what to do. Fabi. He seems very unsure. Please set the camera. You're in the corner. Oh, okay. Got it. Is it better now? Happy? Yeah, I think it's much better. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, he finds it. He finds knight b8. Finally. Bravo, bravo. Now it's winning for sure. Now there's no chance I feel that Magnus will come back. Once you find this move, it's just so difficult to spot. But once you see it, you immediately know that it's good. Yeah, just take this pawn. Just take this pawn and just finish. Yeah, this is lost. GG. Are you an Android or an Apple lover? I use Android. So I had an iPod in my childhood, but it stopped working and I was very upset because it was very expensive back then to have an iPod. I mean, nowadays nobody has an iPod. Wait, what? He repeats? Oh man, Fabi. Play knight b8 and take this pawn. He finds it and then he doesn't go for it. Oh my god. Now he'll take it. Now he will take it for sure. Yes. I think Magnus will take on d5. To me it seems like the only way. Yeah. Now rook d1. Pin this. Very intense game. Yeah, rook d1 is finished. GG. He has to find this one move. Knight c7 is also winning because you attack it with the knight. Rook was also winning. It's lost now. Take this knight. Take this rook. Sorry. Oh wow. Caruana leading. Crazy. Queen sacrifice. This is nice variation by the way. So you take on b7, rook b7, knight d6 and you can't avoid losing your queen. GG. GG. मैं subscribe button दबा रहा हूँ Android OP. Guys, I don't want to start a fight by the way. Oh my god. Fabi makes a comeback. Every time he loses, he wins the next game. I don't know how he does it. Something to learn for. Have you heard or tried lucid dreaming? Yeah, I've heard about it. Basically is where you try to control your dreaming or something like that, right? But I've never tried it. I just know a little bit about it. Is it possible to by heart all computer moves as preparation? Not really. Like chess is infinite. Like even computers have not been able to do that. So all possible moves for sure not. That's what makes it interesting. There are so many possibilities. It's unlimited. Resigned, yeah. Oh, last game. Do should I still stream, or we assume that Fabi will win it and we call it a night? What do you think? So in the end, basically, this portion was critical. Stream? Okay, guys. Okay, last game, anyways. Yeah, we it will be epic if there is a comeback. So for a long time, White was better. He has an extra pawn, but there was no easy way to proceed. And this move was key, attacking the queen and this pawn, this fork. You could not take it because the rook was hanging. And if you move your queen, let's say here, where you protect, there was another fork, you know. So this was lost. So he played queen d8, and now you just win the pawn. So now white is 2 pawns up. And bishop d5 was played, knight c7, again a fork. Bishop b7, knight e8, you take the rook. Rook e7, because this is the only square where the bishop will be protected. But you give the queen and bring the knight to d6. You're attacking the rook, and also let's say you move rook b8, there's rook c8, and you can't move the queen because of the pin. Rook c8, and you lose a queen, and in the end you're like a knight piece up. So someone had asked for explanation of the final, so just wanted to explain the last few moves, those who wanted it. Have you read Thinking Fast and Slow? If not, would totally recommend it. Written by a Nobel Prize winner economist. Yes, Karthik. Of course, I've read it. I even was reading it recently. It's an amazing book, guys. By the way, if you like it, like if you are little bit interested in how a mind works, it's amazing. This book, please read it. Although, basically, it says that your brain has two ways, like system 1 and system 2. System 1 is where your mind is like, it's on intuition. It mainly works on intuition, which is also a lazy part of the brain. That's what he says. And system 2 is where you analyze things, or you have to solve something where you have to focus, like really focus. That's system 2, which is the other part. And there are many interesting observations about it, so definitely read it. Loved this book. The name of the book is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I don't know if I pronounced it right, but yeah. I used to read a lot of books, so I'm a kind of a book nerd. If interested, read OBE, Out of Body Experience versus Lucid Dream. There are research papers on how to induce it. Thanks, Saurabh, but I don't know if like I'll ever go into lucid dream. Sounds a little bit. I don't see the benefit of it. But yeah, now my curiosity is sparked. I might actually read about it, but there's only so many things you can do. Are chess GMs good at mathematics? No, actually, I was not good at mathematics. Like, I gave exams of abacus scholarship, didn't get it. But in 10th, I got, I think, it was 118 out of 120. So it's all about like practice. There's no like given. But when I give scholarship exams, I didn't do well. So it's all about how much you practice. I was about to ask the same, Shivanshi. What was it, B stats? Kind of missed it. Yeah, abacus is, my dad is extremely good at maths. Oh, this line was played uh, earlier in the match. Okay, they are playing very fast. So in the earlier match, instead of b5, rook e8 was played, and white played king f2, just moving the king artificially. c6 d4. So it's very similar to that, but I think now Fabi is more prepared. And I thought, that in a must-win situation, Carlsen might try to surprise, but he goes for the same line. Very curious how it will go. We have a fitting finale, guys. We have a very fitting finale today. If Magnus Fabi is leading 8.5, 6.5, it's a must-win game for Magnus. Must-win game. Both of them are blitzing right now. Very interesting. How much did you score in your boards? I scored 92.36% in 10th. The benefit of lucid dreaming is slowing down time. You could spend years in a single dream. What? That's crazy. Okay, now I definitely have to read about lucid dreaming. You guys know my weakness. If I am curious, I have to know more about it. What do you think went wrong in online Nations Cup? Please don't be offended. No, not at all. I'm not offended. One of the things which went wrong was in the second game against Aronian. I was winning, and I made a mistake. Like, instead of winning, I even lost that game, which was a big blow to me. And psychologically, I could not recover. And also, one of the things was, like, after losing, I went online and I read that Aronian won a fantastic game, something like this, or a brilliant game, whereas I was winning. So I took, like, kind of too much, like, I became very emotional about it, and it's not good. In chess, sometimes you have to be very very mentally tough, which I was not at that point. I think that's what went wrong. He met somewhere before the match, that's the issue. Okay, what a game. So definitely Fab is prepared. It's not a surprise. This line did happen before. b5, d4. Like, to me, the weak engine shows that you have to play rook e8 first and then b5. I don't know. b5, d4, takes, e5. To me, actually, like, when I look at the position, I really like white's position. Because, two bishops, I see some prospects of getting the knight there, queen here. Like, my intuition says that there could be something here. But it's a very superficial understanding of it right now. Thanks, Saurabh. I know you didn't mean, you are just curious. So I will have a look. I'll have a look. I'll know no guarantees, but I might have a look, yes. Please recommend good movies, documentaries on chess. I already spoke about it. It's Bobby Fischer Against the World. That's a good documentary. It's album 61 of Boris Gelfand, although it's in Russian, but there are some subtitles. There's a documentary on Magnus Carlsen. It's by VGTV. So yeah, these are a couple of documentaries which come to my mind. Also, there is an analysis of Kasparov vs Karpov World Championship, Seville 1986. You can have a look at that as well. So Rook e1 played. These opening moves are very crucial. If Carlsen doesn't get an advantage here, I think it would be very hard to make a comeback. So you have to take back, of course, without a doubt. Knight will come to b6, attack this, yeah. The question is, where do you move the bishop now? Bishop d3 makes sense, to have it here, but then knight will attack it and queens. You exchange the queens, so you have to go to b3, but then black will push the pawn and harass the bishop again. So basically white has advantage of two bishops. That's why black has to play very active. I think c5 will be played now any moment. I'm so surprised and pleasantly surprised that even at this late in the night you guys are watching. Like we have 3,000 people watching this. It really shows that even professional chess, and there are many fans who want to know about it. Queen e7 Inchin says is a very bad move. Wow. Game changer? Is this the game changer? Because now Engine says you have to play e6. The point is, if you take, then you bring your knight in the game, and this pawn is very weak, and your king is weakened. Actually, it opens up. Basically, your king is opening up. E6 is oh wait, I instead of analyzing on analysis board, I went on in the main game. Sorry. Sleep deprived OP. Completely sleep deprived. So basically I was saying that white has to play e6, and if you play f6, then this pawn is very annoying, because your queen is kind of stuck there. Do you think Magnus will play e6? It's not an like immediately obvious if it's good. I don't know if you guys read it. Samay's Instagram story that he even cancelled his streams. He was not feeling good today. How was your mom's birthday? I hope you had a blast. Yes, it was very good, Danesh. Thank you. What do you enjoy about streaming? That's a good question, Apurva. Hmm. I'm going to watch these games anyways, and right now I have this chance to like speak about it, interact. It's very interesting for me. Somehow I just took a liking to it, and there was a joke when I was working with Anish that like every time that we were analyzing with Anish, I always used to explain the moves a lot unnecessarily even. So basically they always used to tease me that I like to explain things, so it naturally fits well with my personality, right? Because if I'm analyzing the game I have to explain it, and it comes naturally to me. I like it. Watching you gives a feel someday that you'll save humanity. अरे आनंद, क्या बोल दिया आपने? I don't think I can do that, but thank you so much for your message. E6 played. That's MC goat. MC. Yeah, he will not take the pawn. 100%. Just when I said it, he takes the pawn. Aye. But now knight g5. How do you even defend this? Rook f6? Then probably just queen c2 maybe. Attack here. And then the bishop will come here next move. Isn't this finish? Carlsen, he's going to win? Again? Oh no. Somewhere I read, like he's winning on demand. He's winning on demand. Wow. Black's position is completely busted. Completely busted. Hi Vidit, can you have a stream doing survival of puzzles and explaining concepts on the way? Hi Uddhav, yes, I've done that when I used to do streaming on Twitch. I used to do that. If you would like that, I would do it. I mean, I don't mind. It's it works for me, for sure. Magnus is winning. Crazy. Now there is a very tricky move. Uh, Rook f6 played, yeah, but Queen c2 as we predicted, or Queen d3. Anyways, the idea is same to go for his king. Let's say you play h6, then Queen h7. So if you play g6 or something, then the bishop comes here. I don't see a defense actually. Okay, he played Queen c2. Good enough. Same idea. GG. I think this is GG. This is probably time to resign. I thought, I thought that Magnus will not do it. Sorry, my net went for some reason. BSNL OP. But I think I'm back. I'm back. So you must be seeing the stream. Can you just refresh? F for my BSNL internet. Now this is just lost. You take with the rook, then the queen comes here. King f8, queen h8, mate. Oh no. What an easy win. What an easy win. Anticlimactic in a way. Anticlimactic in a way. Wow. I don't know what it means, but I've seen other streamers say that when something like messes up or someone says something stupid, people write F. I don't know what it means, but I just copied it. No, it's not Armageddon. Uh, if Carlsen wins, he's leading because the score is 8.5, 6.5 in favor of Fabi, but a win gets you 3 points. Oh, F to pay respect. Okay. Oh, I didn't know, but people say it, so I thought, okay, why not? Just copy it. Hey Jaydeep, thanks again, yeah, for the message. You're signing off. Please help us socialize Rolling Pawn more. It'll be great help. It's an open source for helping chess players improve. I've tagged you in the Chess Bliss post in Twitter. Keep rocking and make Indians proud. God bless you. Hey, thanks Jaydeep, man. I wish a lot of success to your, endeavor, and I hope it becomes like a reality, like a $30 DGT chessboard. It would be very, very cool if it happens. All the best for that. Okay, F for respect. I got it, guys. So he sacrificed a queen. But this is just lost. You're a queen down. It's very likely that even Samay would win this. And that's a big statement. I don't I don't know why I said that, but that I felt was a right analogy in a way. Now just bring the bishop here. You know, this beautiful two bishops attacking the king. Zero compensation. Okay, rook will come to e8. Only move. Do you think it's over now? Do you think it's over? Or there could still be some twist? Someone would play the J&K gambit. It looks a bit dangerous that the rook is coming to the 7th rank, but it should be okay. I mean, how do you prevent it? Probably you could play bishop to d4. Yeah, he plays it. You control this important square, e3. Wow. I mean, I'm so curious to see the expression on their faces right now. I'm sure Magnus is relieved and it's just lost. You're threatening to take here. Basically, a queen is just too powerful. Plus, there is an attack, Bishop c2, queen h7 mate threat. Yeah, it's just lost. I think in any moment, I think it'll be over. Wow, crazy. Vidit, can you give a brief of your daily routine? I don't have a routine now anymore actually after this lockdown. But right now I'm sleeping late, like around 2 o'clock every day. Today it'll be 3. Getting up at around 10 o'clock. Then usually I have a training session in the morning. So I get it out of my way early in the day. And then I carry on with the other work, plan the stream and stuff like that. Yesterday and today I had like a bit of, I did other things, which was kind of a welcome change. But I don't think in lockdown anyone has a routine anymore. Everybody's routine is messed up. Bishop c2, bishop h7. It's just a matter of time, I feel now. You messed up everyone's sleep schedule. Shreya. Yeah, I mean, sorry about that today, but it was finals. I had to watch it. I work out actually. Yeah, I'm exercising every day in the evening nowadays, like for half hour at least. Can you talk about how you recover from a low point and still stay motivated in your passion after setbacks? Any good books for the same? Karthik, that's a good question. And I would say that I'm not perfect. So don't take my word for it. Mm, initially when you were feeling low, let's say I lose a game, in that moment or the next few hours or the next 1 or 2 days, I might feel very bad about it. But when I look back after few months, I don't feel that much. So basically, you're so emotional at that point and you're overwhelmed that you feel that sadness. But when you look at it after a few months, it's not that painful. So one has to just like kind of think that this is just a small part of life, and in the large, like large spectrum of your life, it will not matter so much. And good books for the same. Yeah, I've said this many times. I religiously read the books of Om Swami, and I would, any book you pick, you will not go wrong with it. There's for the same. Yeah, I think you can just read. Even there is a blog os.me. You can go there, and any book you pick on Amazon, you will not go wrong. It's full of wisdom. Yeah, bishop d4. Go for this mate. Stockfish now says mate in 21. Even the engine bar is like OP. Completely overpowered right now. This is just like, you don't want to resign. You want to try a little bit, and he's playing out of inertia. Crazy. One move wrong, yeah? In this position, he played this move queen e7 and it went all wrong. He should have pushed the pawns. Kept it aggressive. Kept playing aggressive. But right now, bishop d4 is just finish. It's incredible that Magnus always finds a way. Yeah, yeah. That's what makes him the world champion, and he's world number 1 for what, 10 years? Morris is more upset than Fabi. I think US, yeah, so uh, bishop f8, yeah. This also does the job. Yeah, I think Fabi will resign now. Oh man, we all were wrong. Uh, okay, the game doesn't matter. I think it's just resigns. Okay, so Magnus is back. He wins the tournament yet again for the thousandth time. Yeah, 3.6 people watching at 2:40 a.m. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed and it was a mix of like talking and some chess. And yeah, congratulations to Magnus. Yeah, does it again. He won the tournament, right? There is no Armageddon. If I have it correct, Magnus wins. If if I'm not mistaken, I think Magnus has won the tournament. Your favorite victory and tell best memory with Vishy sir. Probably like when I was in 2008, I won the under 14 world champion, and that time I was felicitated by Dhoni and Anand. I think that was the first time I saw Anand. So yeah, that's the memory which comes to my mind. Yeah, it's the sixth game. Magnus won. Uh, which Super GM tournament are you playing next? I was supposed to play in Beal next month, but I had to cancel it. So no tournaments lined up, Atreo. Oh, he gave a sush sign after winning? Really? Oh, oh man, that is crazy. Those guys, those who don't know, like once Magnus was winning a tournament, winning a game, and he went into a confession booth where, like, the video was recording. He just did this, and it became very controversial after that. It was a very infamous thing, and now Magnus does it again. Where actually Anish won against Magnus, he did this shush thing. So it's becoming very controversial now. Basically, it's a way to shut up all the haters, something like that. Does age affect the GM's ability to view tactics and calculations? I don't know, but if you start early, it of course helps. I'll just go through all the chats if I missed any. In the previous game, why didn't Magnus push G7 pawn to prevent losing queen through back rank? Uh, there was no way to do it actually. I think you mean in this position. Um, like the knight was on f5, so pushing g6 would take on you would take on h6. So that's why I think he didn't do it. Chespun, why did the cop arrest an atheist? Answer, because he was harassing the bishop. Soumya Sharma, I think, why did the cop arrest an atheist? Oh, because he was harassing the bishop. Okay, okay, got it. I was confused between atheist and bishop because you could put it the other way, but yeah, I get it. Chess pun's OP. That's a good pun. That's a good pun. Nice one, Soumya. Uh, yeah, I think I have read through all the messages, and just it took me 2 minutes to get that pun. Shows that I'm very tired and exhausted. So, guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Let's call it a night. It's very late, and a shout out to all the people who are watching, and especially all the mods who always like help keep the chat running and manage the Discord, everything. So shout out to all the moderators. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Good night. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Amreen. Yeah, I'll have a winning gesture of my own. Thanks.